Alright guys, I am back with the solo run for Janus, the Dark Control, Energy Assault, and not Mew, Soul Mastery Dominator. Let's go ahead and summon our pets so we are ready to take on our level 52 volunteers. The Council, I'm running at +2 times 6, bosses on solo so we can go through how this build works, what strategies you can or should deploy, how it works in actual gameplay rather than just on paper. So here you go. You've got a group of enemies in front of you. You got some options. You could throw your little haunts out there. They should be in range. They're going to go in and start attacking. Problem with that is you got a whole bunch of dudes that'll start slapping them down, and they could be insta ganked. So that may or may not be the best option, depending on how many foes you got here and what power level you're looking at. These haunts could probably hold their own for a couple seconds against these 52s, but you're basically sacrificing them as a sacrifice. So is that the best use of that power? I don't know. Then your other option is Shadowfield. This is your targeted, placeable AoE hold patch. Good news on that one is it actually transfers domination or takes domination through it. Back in the olden days, and I'm not sure if this is true anymore, but a lot of powers that were pseudo pets, they didn't carry the character's abilities or benefits or whatever it was into the pseudopets. Once you summon the pet, it was its own thing and didn't take like your set bonuses and whatever else. That still, I think, is true for certain things, like maybe certain procs. But on this example, I know from experience that Shadowfield does transfer your domination effect through it. So I could drop that. I don't have domination up though right now, so me dropping it will only hold lieutenants and minions. These guys are a bit spread out, so I'm not sure I'd catch everybody. I don't see any bosses in the mix, so I probably could hold everybody if they're all in range. Then your other option is you go diving in there, hit Heart of Darkness, and stun a whole bunch of these guys. Similar to Shadowfield, I don't know if they're all within range, but that certainly would be another option that you could do. If domination was hot, I probably would do that, but it's not right now. The other thing that you can consider is that both powers do have a minus to hit. So I don't know if one is better than the other. Let me just take a real quick look on that. Shadowfield has a minus 15% to hit for a minute. That's actually pretty dang good. The Heart of Darkness. Oh, this guy's getting real close. I may have to -5. So Shadowfield is your better option. Let's do this. Let me go ahead and drop Shadowfield. Now I could drop Shadowfield around a corner, except that this is too far. You can see that's my max range. I can click that. Oh, and I could, you know what? Screw it. I can just do this. Fear the crap out of them. Probably not the great idea, but because as you can see, they will return fire. But let's start getting some stun procking going. Look, they're all scared of me. Get my unrelenting stun. Yeah, keep your eye out for the stuns that I was talking about with the build. I remember when Whirling Hands was terrible. The range on it was terrible. It was like 5-10 feet. It's much better now. As you just saw, I wrecked a bunch of people with it. All right. So, yep, I can open with the fear. The problem you saw with it, of course, was that your return alpha is pretty big. Because everybody, even though they're feared, usually most guys get a chance to return fire on you. And that can, depending on who it is, can take you out. So the benefit of opening with the fear is mostly not because of the fear, it's because of the minus to hit. which is 11 and a quarter. So of the three options, as far as the to hit debuff goes, Shadowfield had the highest minus to hit, clocking in at 15. The Fearsome Stare was 11 and a quarter, I think it was. And your Heart of Darkness, if you go diving in there, maybe the strongest of the controls we're talking about, that's only got a 5.6%. Which actually kind of brings me to another thing. You could use Dark Control and build as a debuffer, a debuffing Dominator. I was kind of thinking about that before I started this video. I was almost wondering if you could come up with some sort of minus recharge, minus to hit debuffing build with this Dominator, because I think it's the Dark Watcher's Despair has the minus recharge proc. So I'm wondering if you were to put those in some of these controls and combine that minus to hit with the minus recharge, and then grab something like Psy Assault or Icy Assault and get the minus recharge out of those couple of power sets. Anyway, just a thought I was having. All right, let's do this. Let's do this. And I'm going to throw Haunts in there just to show you how that works. I can kind of do this and then throw the Fear. Gets them to take some of the aggro. I get some of the stun working. I don't know why that Fear sound is like you constipated. There we go. Permadom is up finally. Oh, come back. I just stunned him with it. Oh, it's too hilarious, right, guys? Too freaking hilarious. So let me turn on my inspiration so I can see what I got. Let's do this Shadowfield. Let me show you what I was talking about. The Domination should. Look at that. Domination transfers right through that crap, you guys. Told you I wasn't lying. Try to take these guys out quickly because I've got that other group up there. Haven't used this yet. Boom. See that endurance is a little bit of an issue on this build, which is another reason for Ageless. So Unrelenting, that'll help me get back some of my endurance recovery. Umber Beast is taking a beating from something. I really like this build almost as much as Miranda as far as just the thumpiness of it. Ooh, look, the purple recipe. Gotta love it. Dark Control is nice. It does have a lot of tools that you can deploy against your enemies here. Nice little set. Okay, so far so good, right? I got the perma up. I can start messing with these guys a little bit harder. I want to do this. Somebody just jacked me up, right? Who is that? Oh, there you are. He killed my pet. Some domination going again. I wouldn't recommend taunting. Like, you're not a tank, don't get me wrong. Point of the taunt was just to give me another stun option, or if there is only one or two guys left, you can taunt, or maybe somebody's running. Gives you that extra tool that you can use. But you are not a tank. Do not confuse that. I swear I don't have recovery. It's so bad. I don't know what's going on. It's almost like I'm not running stamina. Let me just check, make sure stamina is slotted. I've got the Numinas. I just don't get why this build is so end heavy. I don't know if it's just some of those boomy punches are so... Their endurance hot? I don't know. I have to look at the numbers on them individually. Because I thought, you know, Earth Assault was bad. This is almost as bad as that. But I don't feel like Miranda had as much issues with just the maintaining of endurance. Anyway, let's do this. Let's mess around. So here you go. Here's your other option. I come over here, drop the patch, watch dude go in there and go get himself killed. This guy fixed here. Normally, I'm not a fan of dark consumption, but I'll take any extra endurance I can get. This guy. I also think accuracy is an issue with this guy. I seem to miss a lot of punches. Like that. All right. I really hate this split like this. It's hard to do. Let me think. I wish I had something to pull better. So I could pull them towards me. This would be easier. I could jump in low, and then the guys from above are going to hit me. I don't know. Let me eat some of these. Look at this. Let's throw these guys down here first. Let's get rid of this bottom group as quickly as I can. Got Archon Balaji here. Bon Balaji. And that is like bad cramps, I think. Stun. Dead. Get some more guys out here. Yeah, I like the haunts as a damage soak type of thing, but they take so long to animate. They usually get wrecked before they fully, if you drop them into a middle of like a 54 group or something like that, they just get wrecked before they even spawn. So that's a few powers like that. Things like that. I hope that at some point, Homecoming devs will look at some of those types of powers and animate them a little bit faster, make them immune for a second. Like when enemies res and you can't hit them. Something like that. I don't know. All right, that was the first one. No problem, right? I don't think I barely took any hits, so safe build. Lots of controls, the stuns, as I was mentioning, the fears. So you got pets. All right, let me kick this up to 53 times 8. See if that makes any difference. I don't think that it's really going to, from what I just experienced there. Uh, and then from there, I'll get into the team stuff, but we'll see. All right, we'll be back in a second. All right, I'm back with this next mission, but before I started, I was looking at the mids build, and I think I figured out what is going on with this endurance stuff. So let's take a look at that again now that I look at it more closely. There we go. Here's mids. So here's our situation. We've got recovery sitting at 3.4, and the drain is 0.7 according to mids. Let me just confirm that, right? I got this on and this on. Ageless, nope, nothing else. All right, so that's what I should be, right? I mean, those numbers are really solid. Let me shut off power up just to make sure that that's not messing up anything. Turn combat jumping on. Okay, that's good. 0.8, I'm sitting at, turn unreal landing. There we go. So turn that off because that's giving me a fake number there. Soul drain, turn that off. Let's see everything else. So I have my toggles running would be dark embrace, tough, combat jumping, right? Those are my 3 toggles I'm running. Stamina's on. Numina's is on. Maybe I'm running with sprint. That's fine. And I've got my incarnates activated. So this is pretty much where if I'm just standing there, this is what I'm looking at. Hastens clicked. All right, so my recovery is 2.9. My drain is 0.8. So that is 3, almost 4 to 1. So you should have no problem maintaining your attack chains. However, what I'm looking at is I've got some heavy duty endurance sucking powers that I'm using regularly with each attack chain. So if you take a look, Dark Grasp, 7, not the best, but not bad. Power Bolt 3, no biggie. Bone Smasher 6, not a big deal. But check out Living Shadows. That's costing me 10 every time I click that. So if I spam this, that's a pretty sizable drain, like 10% of your endurance. Fearsome Stare, that's 5. That's great. Shadowy Binds 6, it's a little bit pricey for his little single target. Immobilize, I don't use it that much though. Heart of Darkness, that's like a once a spawn, so 7, 8, that's not bad. If we take a look at Whirling Hands though, look at this. 18.5 endurance. 18.5. So if I do a whirly spinning 2-3 times in a fight, because the recharge is only 5-6 seconds, right? I'm blowing through all my endurance right here. I think this is the culprit. I click it 3 times in a fight, let's say. 18 times 3, that's 54. So that's over half of my endurance right here. And then you throw in, you throw in a shadows at some point. That's another 10. So I'm up to 60 endurance points right there. Cross punch is going to cost me 10. Now, hey, why is whirling hands and cross punch cost me so much? And I'm using them pretty much each fight, right? Because look at the set I've taken. Obliteration is probably one of the worst PB AoE sets in regards to not having endurance reduction. There's only one endurance reduction IO in that set, and that's the quad down there, the accuracy, damage, endurance, recharge. And I don't have it on either one of these. Either one of these. I think what I need to do is maybe pull out the damage and recharge one, because I'm already at cap on that anyway. And I really don't need them recharging as fast as they do, probably. And instead, I should pop in the accuracy, damage, endurance, recharge to at least give me something. I could pull out the proc, but then I'm going to lose some of the damage. So I think what I should do, and this also maybe help with my accuracy, concerns as well, is replace the damage recharge with the quad. Dark consumption, I think that one's fine. I don't need to worry about that one. So yeah, I mean those two powers, 10, 18 and a half, Living Shadows is 10. So let's say in a single fight, I Living Shadows on the way in, Whirling Hands a couple of times, Cross Punch once or twice. I mean, that's like, you know, three-quarters of my endurance right there. If I drop a Shadow Field, there's 11. So these powers, check out Total Focus, 12.6. These powers are endurance hogs. I might have to go and see about getting the damage endurance recharge in here as well instead of the damage recharge. I think I might have to pull those out and tweak this build a little bit and see if that helps. Um, I might do that right now before I continue this fight. Let me go ahead and pause the video again and see if I can swap those out real quick. Does that make a difference? So let's be like a real-time test. All right, so give me a minute. Let me see if I can, I don't want to say fix it, but see if I can improve this problem. Be right back. All right, made a couple of those fixes, a couple of those changes. So let's see if that does anything, makes any difference to what I was trying to do, or at least with this endurance problems. I don't know if it's make a huge difference, but at least I've got a little bit more endurance reduction. Now I have to rebuild my domination. That shouldn't take too long. Let me go ahead and, oh, let's see, eat one of these, get one of these. 53s, should be okay. Do this. So keep your eyes, make sure I'm getting the didn't mean to deactivate that. To make sure I'm getting all of my stuns, I think I should be getting. Can't believe Whirling Hands cost that much. All right. Need one more group in order to get domination up. This is the lucky volunteers over here. So Unrelenting, in case you didn't know, it's part of the presence pool. Self-heal over time, plus damage, plus recharge, plus recovery, and you can res yourself if necessary. Let's do this. Get those guys to damage soak for a second. Man, that really sucks when you don't have domination. I think it's because they increased the range of that punch, but still, I mean, that's horrendous. It's nice and all, but damn. Problem with stun is you can see all the wandering they do. Gosh, man, missing. It's my pet peeve. I hate it. Yeah, these things just have a lot of endurance cost. My other pet get killed? Jesus. That boss took them both out? Wasn't very nice. All right, now I am on track. I've got my sets fixed. I've got my dominations up. I know what I'm doing. I've got my stealth is sitting in my sprints. I need to keep that up. I mean, that's sort of a 1-2-3 combo right there for stunning. Right, Heart of Darkness, Ironic, Whirling Hands. I mean, everything's stunned after that. I think I've hit any 54s yet. Dude, what is up with that? I feared them all, and they all waited for a second. Came out, and then I got blasted. Get the heal on that. Unrelenting is actually a pretty decent power from Presence Pool, in case you've never had it. Never seen it. Nice self buff. Yeah, I really don't like opening with Fearsome Stare. Do it again anyway. Sound is screwed up. Oh shit, there they go. These damn pets, man. They just like trying to get you killed. Who is beating the hell out of my pets? Still some issues with the endurance. Oh, look at that stun I just got from... I got stunned pretty much everybody with that. So I hit him with my cone immobilized, and I think I am stunned, procced 3, 4 guys at once. That was pretty nice. Alright, I need, where is my, there's my map. Alright, so I'm gonna defeat some Archon. So I'm just trying to figure out my best opener, you know? Like, Fearsome Stare seems to be catching me a lot of heat. So I think Shadowfield's probably the best bet. Gotta figure out a nice, you know, attack chain or something. Let's keep going. I feel like I'm getting there, getting close. Getting close. Shake off some more rust, figure out a decent attack chain, and I think I got this. At least the opener is the biggest issue, and I think Shadowfield is the way to go. It's just got the recharge problem, as all of these AoE holds do. That range is just terrible on it. Okay, big old soul drain. One thing with this combo, you really don't even need your single target hold. Hardly use it. Should maybe think about slotting it for damage instead. Although the Basilisk is nice with the 7.5%. Let's see if we can do this. Let's see. Peekaboo. Just like that, guys. Just like that. See, look, I just fear the shit out of them, guys. And they're still... It's almost like I didn't fear them. Nice. Guys probably up top. Let's see, what do we have? Let's go in here, pop them. Boom. Stun his ass. Rock his world. Rocket some more. Why are they walking away? That's the problem with stuns. You guys are right there. Let's wander. Let's throw some fear out there. Go. See how much wandering they're doing? They're just... I mean, this is almost a soft control build. All right, there we go. Anyway, there you go. So that's your 2 solo missions. I mean, it's fairly safe. It was a little bit annoying with the wandering. Had to kind of get my bearings as far as openers on the control side of things, what kind of power combo, attack chain, and then I did have the issue, and I still have a little bit of the issue with endurance. I think it was better since I slotted those, replaced the slots in Whirling Hands and Cross Punch, and did put in the endurance in there. It's not a lot of endurance reduction, but it's better than it was. It was 10 something, now it's like around 9. Whirling Hands down to 15.6 from the 18.5. So, you know, you're saving a few. I think that's enough to help balance out the recovery issue. Unrelenting helps a little bit with the plus recovery when you click it. You have Numina's that fires plus recovery right there. I've got stamina, of course. You got domination firing, and then I've got ageless as endurance. Oh, and don't forget dark consumption. That's up often enough with the a bunch of recharge that I'm running. So, you know, 3 minutes is not the best, but it's could be worse. I think it's what on a 6 minute timer for some ungodly reason. Anyway, there you go. That is the solo runs, showing some strategies. You got some openers. I think Fearsome Stare is not the best opener. Maybe against lower levels, it's not so bad. 52s, 51s. Once you start hitting 53s, 54s, that what 12% debuff it's doing really doesn't make much of an impact. So it's dangerous to open with that one. All right, I'm going to go ahead and see about getting some sort of team going or jump on a team and show how this build works in team. I think it's going to be easier, better, just because I can kind of hide more. I don't have to, you know, deal with everything myself. I'll be able to target, single target, you know, hard targets like bosses, you know, that kind of thing, because I do have a fairly single target focused punchy, smashy, blasty, right? I'm not a bunch of AoE stuff other than some PB AoEs and that the Living Shadows, but that's not really damaging. So I'm more getting into the melee, punching one or two hard targets, taking him out while I've got AoE controls from Fear or Shadow Field or something like that, or Heart of Darkness, and then just the stun stacking. All right. Hopefully that was useful information in case you're thinking about this build. I will catch you on the team runs later.